With the fear of an all-out war looming between Israel and Iran, let's in fact begin this edition of Dispatch by asking one fundamental question. Where are the hostages that were taken by Hamas on the 7th of October? That was 6 months ago. The Israel-Hamas war has been ongoing since October last year, with only about a week-long ceasefire that took place in November. And now the Qatari Prime Minister has said that negotiations going on to secure a ceasefire and also the return of hostages have hit a pause. He has said that there are limits to the role of a mediator and they cannot do much if the parties in the conflict, here the State of Israel and Hamas, are not ready to reach a common ground. The Qatari leader, who's played a key role in securing a ceasefire in the month of November that led to the release of about 100 hostages, is also reassessing the role of Qatar in playing the role of a mediator in this conflict. Without naming any political leader, but clearly indicating the accusations that are being hurled, the Qatari Prime Minister has said that Qatar's efforts are being undermined by politicians who are seeking to score some political brownie points. He's also said that the ongoing mediation attempts are being misused for narrow political interests. The Qatar's premier has been accused by some American lawmakers for favoring Hamas, an allegation that the leader has flatly denied. At least about 100 hostages still remain in the custody of Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Hamas has said that it wants complete withdrawal of Israeli troops and also a permanent ceasefire, while Israel has refused to give in to the militant group's demands.
احنا دورنا ملتزمين فيه من هذا المنطلق الإنساني، ولكن أيضا هناك حدود لهذا الدور وحدود للقدرة التي نستطيع أن نسهم فيها في هذه المفاوضات بشكل بناء، ودولة قطر ستتخذ القرار المناسب في الوقت المناسب حيال ذلك. شكرا.
The ceasefire discussions mediated by Qatar and Egypt are being held against the backdrop of a humanitarian catastrophe in the Gaza Strip. The Palestinians are suffering severe shortages of food, medicines and other essential supplies in the besieged Gaza Strip that has been locked off by the Israelis. The head of the United Nations Palestinian Refugee Agency has warned that a man-made famine has tightened its grip across Gaza. In some other developments in this war, the IDF and Hezbollah continue to engage each other. The Israeli army has now released a video that claims to show the Israeli bombings of what Israel claims is Hezbollah infrastructure in southern Lebanon's Khaim. And this has come after Hezbollah had launched missile and other drone strikes on an Israeli military facility in northern Israel. Now, the attack wounded 14 Israeli soldiers. The strike has also hit a community center in the town of Arab al-Aramsheh, where the soldiers were sleeping. Hezbollah said that this airstrike was in retaliation to the Israeli bombings that were carried out within the Lebanese territory. The Israeli Prime Minister has said that the country will reach its own decisions based on its own security assessments and it will do everything necessary to defend itself. And the statement has come at a time when the Western countries have been trying to persuade the State of Israel against launching any kind of attack on Iran and are planning to impose sanctions on Tehran. And also for more updates, we have this report that's been sent by Jody Cohen from Israel. Listen in.
Qatar is potentially re-evaluating its role as a mediator in the hostage talks. That's after Israel and some US lawmakers criticized Qatar, where Hamas's top leaders live, saying Qatar should put more pressure on Hamas to agree to a deal. The Biden administration has said that the real stumbling block is Hamas, which has rejected all recent offers. Meanwhile, a report suggests the US might approve of an Israeli operation to target Hamas in Rafah in exchange for Israel not responding to Iran's attack. But Egypt, concerned about the potential for an influx of refugees, has warned that if Israel operates in Rafah, it could risk peace with Egypt. With Israel's war cabinet meeting on Thursday, it remains to be seen which front it will focus on as a priority: Hamas and the hostages in Gaza, rockets from Hezbollah, or responding to Iran. This is Jody Cohen for WION World as One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.